Hey, if you've ever wondered how to build a report on the customer lifetime value and also the average customer lifespan, we're going to do that together. So let's just jump in right now. This is the dashboard that we're going to build, and it has two reports. This one is pretty straightforward, so I'll walk you through that one. And then the second one, this average customer lifespan, there's a little bit of a trick there, and I'll show what that looks like. So let's start off with this customer lifetime value. We're going to be looking at the average total revenue. So under reporting, we'll just open this up. We'll make a new report. We're just going to do this together, even though I already have one. We'll do a single object report. This will all be on the company record. And we're going to choose the total revenue. Okay. And the total revenue, this is going to be every bit of revenue that's realized inside of HubSpot. So if you're doing subscription and you have payments, if you're going to do just one-off deals that reach close one, all of that is totaled, and this is just a default property that HubSpot provides us. So that's great. We'll go into visualization and we'll choose gauge, and let's bring up this total revenue. And I don't want the total of all my customer revenue, all right? I want the average. So my average customer, their lifetime value to us is $85,000. Okay, so that's helpful. And this is all demo data, so this is not my company. So now we'll go to chart settings. I've never done this before. It's kind of fun. Let's say that we want to let's look at our dashboard, right? We want to bring ours up to 200,000, right? So that'll be that's our highest kind of max. And let's say that our goal that we're going for, that 2025 end of year goal, let's see, 165,000. So let's do that same thing here. And the value, this will be the 2025 end of year goal. Oh, I did this backwards. All right. Okay, and so this is the label here at the top, and that's that line. Great, but I want to gauge, right? So let's add a band first. And let's say if we're doing less than 50,000, then we don't even have a business that's profitable. We're gonna have to close up shop. Let's go to the next one, 50,000 to let's say 125,000 is we're on the right track. And lastly, 125 to the end. This is where we want to be. So you can change the colors here, go to advanced, and just drop in whatever colors you want there. Anyway, so that's fine for right now. And that's it. So we'll name it, we'll save it, and you can add it to your reports that way. But that's the exact same report that we have on the left-hand side here. So going into the average customer lifespan. All right, so this one is a little bit tricky. It's because you have to have a calculated field to get the lifespan of each customer. And let's just walk through that. I think it's easier to just see it. You may notice also before we get into it that, I'll get out of this one, that I have this average lifespan 2. This is my second attempt, and I use a numeric value. So let's look at what that is. What does that even mean? So if we look at lifespan, the way that I originally tried to do this, if you go to rules, field type, you can see that I did a calculation and the time between the close date. So this is when they first became a customer, the first time they have given us a payment or had a transaction, and the end date, the most recent deal being closed. So that's fine, but what happened is they were creating millisecond values. That's how it was being outputted. And whenever you go into the report builder, it's in days, and yet you have to add milliseconds. It was just getting weird. It wasn't quite working, and so we had to do this a different way. So I did this as a numeric value, and if you go look at the equation that we wrote, it's the same thing, time between the close date and the recent deal amount, but then we divided it by milliseconds, right? That's the number of milliseconds in a given day. And so now if you just choose some arbitrary values to test it, you can see 30. This is 30 days in between one and the other. So now we have it exactly the way we want. Yeah, but you can just type that in yourself and you'll get it. So let's get out of there. And now the report is quite simple since we have the data. If you're here, you can actually save as new report once we change these values up. But all we're going to do is we need the data step. Oh, lifespan 2, we already have it. But you would just go to data step. You would drop it down and you would choose lifespan 2. That's great. Cool. All right. So I was a little bit confused. I had this window open already. I thought this was my old one, but this is the current. So apologies for not being super smooth there. But this is it, right? So we pull in that lifespan, change it to average, and again, we just go to chart settings. Yeah, and I've broken it out. So again, in red, we don't even have a business. Here's where we are today, and this is where we want to be. This will represent 1 year average customer lifespan. So hopefully it's helpful. That's it. That's the whole video. Not a whole lot more to it than that. But hopefully this will save you some time because it took me a little bit to sort out. So thanks a lot. Take care.